Hi everyone, I'm a grade 12 student at A.Y. Jackson Secondary School. My name is Himanshi and this is a video about compound angle trig identities. And I wanted to make this video because I know in grade 11 for me this was particularly a difficult unit, primarily because I don't think I got the concept quite as easily as other people did. So it was a lot more hard work, but I know that if I did get the concept easily and focus on the basics, in grade 12, I would love this unit so much more. And I know now whenever I work on trigonometric unit problems, it is so much fun. It's so much satisfying and it's just so rewarding. So I want to share that experience with you guys, and that's why I'm making this video. Okay, so just a review from grade 11, because that's what I'm all about. In grade 11, we learned about 3 different kinds of trig identities, primarily reciprocal, quotient, Pythagorean. We also learned a little bit about even and odd properties. This is going to be super duper important in grade 12, particularly for compound angle formulas. Co-function identities are also really important, except they're not that big of a deal, especially in compound angles. But the main thing that we do need to focus on is even and odd properties. Now, compound angles is a very new concept that we're learning in grade 12, so I'm just going to run you through it a little bit. These are all the formulas that you need to know for it. But the 2 main ones that I'm going to focus on is this one and this one. Because these 2 are really the most important ones. If you understand the negative one, then you automatically understand the positive ones. Okay, so just to break this down a little bit, I know a lot of people when they talk about this, they don't understand in the very first go that cos x minus y does not equal. It does not. It absolutely does not equal cos x minus y. That is completely wrong. That is something that we just need to forget about. Same thing applies with sine x plus y equals sine x plus y. No, that doesn't apply. If you look over here, our coses have a different structure than our sines. And if you look over here, sines over here, sines at the back. Over here though, cos is up here and sines at the back. So the structure for cos and sine is not the same, right? That's an important thing to keep in mind. So now, keeping all of that stuff in mind, I want to solve this question together. This is actually one of the identities up here, right? That is negative. So we are actually focusing on this identity. So the best way of understanding this concept is by working through the identities themselves. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we have this identity, and we are starting to break this off into 2 sides, left side and right side. Right side is this side, left side is this side. Which side looks more complicated to you? To me, the left side looks a lot more easier. So we're going to tackle this side. Perfect. So we're going to break this down into exactly the same thing as what we did here, except it cannot be the same, right? This cannot be the same as that. Okay, so over here, notice how x is positive over here, but over here, negative y. So that's what I inputted over here. But keep in mind, this is your a variable. This is your b variable, right? So over here is a. This is going to be b. Over here is a. This is going to be b. It does not change because cos is there or sine is there. Just keep that in mind. So this is exactly what's going to happen. But keep in mind also that even and odd properties vary depending on what trig stuff you're using. So for example, for cos, because cos is an even function, negative y turns into positive y. Sine is a negative function, so negative y actually just translates to negative y. And because negative sine is multiplied to cos y, this entire side of this formula turns negative. So that's how we get negative. And obviously this is being shared by this as well as this, right? So this turns into negative cos x sine y. And if you look over here, this entire bit is the same as this entire bit. And that's how we get left side equals right side, QED. So I hope that little run through helped you guys understand a little bit more about compound angle identities. I know that this is a lot about stacking little blocks up almost like Lego pieces. You need to know your grade 11 stuff. You need to know your little grade 12 stuff that you're learning. And yeah, It's a little bit new, but I think once you get the concepts right, you're going to do amazing. And just like we talked about, your A terms and your B terms it does not matter which sine or cosine you're using, as long as you're following these formulas accurately. Okay, that's all good. Good luck with your next problems. Thank you.